Hello, this is Eric Miscoll with EMSNOW, still here at SMTAi International in Rosemont, Illinois. Grabbed Sal from Zestron here today. You got some updates for us, I hear. So you guys are actually presenting a couple of white papers here at the show. The first one had to do with the whole pH neutral, right? Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Eric. pH neutral cleaning agents are, let's just say, they're very dynamic and useful today. I mean, we introduced our first pH neutral product about 2010, 2011, and since then, there's a lot of companies have like sustainability initiatives, things like that, environmentally, green focus and things along those lines. And so, at pH neutral, the fluxing agent has become very desirable, let's say. And at this particular conference, we brought over one of our R&D PhD formulators who's been very involved in our pH neutral development program. As I said, we introduced the first one in 2010, and since then we've introduced numerous other ones as things change, right? As the industry moves on and as solder paste and fluxes and things change, you just have to do some formulation adjustments as well. So anyway, we did a presentation on Tuesday, the first day of the show, on a little bit of background on how you formulate chemistries, like the key things that you want to look at, such as VOC content, material compatibility, the actual pH value, and our pH neutral products target right around 7, and we look at it more or less plus or minus 1 from there, so somewhere between low 6 to a high 7. So Terry Price, who is our PhD R&D scientist, he presented a little bit of that background. But the interesting thing about this paper was we had a very key customer, happened to be Lockheed Martin, and one of the manufacturing engineers presented a case study based on the implementation of one of our newer pH neutral formulations. And the great thing about his presentation was he showed real-life example, A, as to how they qualified the process, number one, and then number two, the type of data that he accumulated over the course of the year, meaning the pH value stability. I mean, how, does the pH value of the wash bath stay stable over the course of time as you accumulate residues and things like that? And his data shows, yes, absolutely, in fact, it does. And he showed ionic contamination values and NVR value, and most importantly, bath life, where they were actually able to achieve over 500 hours, actually 555 hours of bath life with this product. So it was just interesting. So he gave the industry some real pointed information from a user's perspective on that one.
And you touched on the whole environmental, so it sounds as if the whole REACH initiative that's getting a lot of press, you guys were already compliant, so that isn't a challenge unless there's new materials being introduced.
Yeah, and I would say today, all of our products are REACH compliant to start out there. But in terms of the pH neutral side, one of the key benefits there is you can potentially eliminate the need for neutralization. Like I said, you're using a pH neutral product, and that has the interest of a lot of companies that have these sustainability issues. But a big thing that's also happening today is low VOC. So volatile organic compounds are very vague, meaning topic-wise, and there's a drive to reduce the amount of VOC, and we're working very hard on that process, not just on our alkaline defluxing agents, but also on our pH neutral cleaning agents. So we're looking for some big breakthroughs in that part of the market I'd say in the months and years to come.
Wow. Okay. Now you have another paper. Actually, it's not presented until tomorrow. We're day 2 today, so it'll be tomorrow, and that has to do with technical cleanliness.
Yeah, technical cleanliness. It's a really interesting topic, and in fact, for that paper, we brought over one of our application engineers from our German facility, from Zestron Ingolstadt. So technical cleanliness actually has to do with particulate contamination on components, and this is a big topic, particularly in the automotive industry. And so what we're presenting in that paper is how do you analyze substrates for technical cleanliness, right? How do you once the parts are cleaned, how do you analyze the surfaces of the different components and the substrate itself? And that's what that paper is going to drill into, and it gets into the standards that are applied, the methodology on how to do that, and how to actually analyze the results of that. So very cool.
Yeah, no, and it sounds like, I always think about, especially the type of business you're in, there's all these, it's constantly changing. I mean, there's always something, right? And that's got to be, you've touched on a few of them here, but what else is, I mean, it's...
Well,
you can't sit at, right?
No, and it's an interesting question that you're raising, and the industry is constantly changing, and if you just look at this conference here, there's 120 some odd papers being presented, different topics or expansions on things that have already been done, but taking it to another level. I mean, one of the things that Zestron looks at, we view our business as 4 basic parts, right? Of course, we have products, right? And there's always product development, to your point, and that is as the solder paste and fluxes change and get formulated to meet other challenges of the industry, our cleaning agents have to do the same. So product development is a key part of what we do. However, another key part, which is, to me, it's almost equally or maybe even more important, is what we at Zestron call process solutions. In other words, customers, they're designing stuff, they're designing programs, they have to build the stuff, they have to manufacture it, and everything that we deal with is high rel, right? High reliability. Stuff has to last for years and years, right? Harsh environments and so on. And at Zestron, we have a deep group of application engineers. In the United States, I think we're probably about maybe 90 years of application expertise or knowledge, between the group of engineers we have and the time that they've invested in the marketplace. So we like to look at our team as an extension of the engineering force of our customers, so that when we're talking to them about their challenges for reliability and so forth, it's not just saying, hey, this is the cleaning agent you need, but how do you apply that cleaning agent? How do you optimize that process? What's happening in front of the cleaning equipment? What's happening beyond the cleaning equipment? What type of analytical techniques are you going to use to assess the cleanliness you have? So we like to think that we're able to bring that type of expertise to the customer, to help them with their challenges and overcoming their challenges. And then the third part of what we like to talk about is our education piece. So there's, to your point, things are constantly changing, right? Things are, challenges are being overcome and whatnot. So we have an academy feature or segment within Zestron where we do a lot of education, either through webinars, on-site training, optimization, hands-on, things along those lines. And then the last part of what we do, and it kind of goes along with the process solution piece, is what we call analytical services. I kind of touched on that a little bit. But if a customer is looking to qualify a new process, for example, by working with our team, we've got technical centers around the world. We have 8 of them actually around the world, and each of these technical centers are populated with cleaning equipment that are used within that local geographic marketplace. So a customer can literally come into one of our facilities, work with our engineering team, and pretty much do a pre-qualification, I'd say, and identify, what it's going to take to meet their reliability requirements. And additionally, we're going to do the analytics, so be it the visual inspection, the SIR, the chromatography, gas chromatography, whatever, FTIR, whatever is required to help them get to that other level. So those 4 pieces, if you like, are really what helps us, help our customers meet the challenges of today and hopefully those yet to come. Exactly.
And I got to say, I've actually participated on some of your webinars, and they're usually, they really are. They're generally very good when I've sat through them. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and it's a compliment to our engineering team. And what we try to do there is just bring our experience, right?
Exactly.
I mean the challenges that we've seen in the field, how we've overcome them. They're completely non-commercial, and it's all about attacking the problem that's being addressed in that webinar. And that's only like the base level. And like I said, we've done a lot of customized webinars as well. So if a customer says, hey, you kind of gave me the 101 version, now I need to go a little bit deeper and I want to assess this type of problem, and we design, webinars and other programs to, to literally attack those. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to share with the audience here today, and I wish you nothing but success. Thanks, Sal.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.